Right, let's start today's session. See, in the last lecture, we were discuss about Python full stack web development subjects. Okay. So what are the subjects are there in full stack web development? Each subject purpose I explained. Like what is Python, what is Django and REST API, Flask, MySQL and UI basics. Okay. So these are all basic introduction we completed in the last lecture. So before going to start Django development or REST API development Flask, you must and should idea about Python language compulsory. So from here onwards, we will focus Python only. First 50 to 60 working days, we will be focused on Python. Because without having Python knowledge, you can't move towards Django, REST API, Flask, other things, right? So let's go for Python introduction. And what is there in that, we'll look into that. As I said already, Python is a programming language. Python is a programming language which is used to write coding part for the application development. Coding part for the application development means if you take Python language, using this language, we can develop several applications. Application development means Python is not only for only particular kind of applications. Means Python through we can develop web applications. Python through we can develop gaming applications, network-based applications, and data science or analysis and multiple applications we can develop. So it's a programming language which is used to write coding part for the application development. But what type of language it is means Python is a general purpose language. What is the meaning of general purpose? See, sir, if you take any language, it is called general purpose. Meaning is what? Using the language, we can develop different types of applications. That languages are nothing but general purpose languages. See, Python is not only designed for specific kind of application development. No. Python through we can develop several applications. As I mentioned, gaming application, network-based applications, data science or data analysis, and many more applications we can build using Python. So that's what it is called as general purpose application. Python is not designed for specific kind of application development. Next, Python is a high-level programming language. High level. What does it mean, high level? See, sir, high level means all the low-level activities can be taken care by Python itself. Meaning is what? Low-level activities means what here? See, normally as a Python developer, we will write some logic. Okay. Whenever we start execute that logic internally, whenever we start execute that logic internally, so much of operations we have to perform. For example, the program, whenever it run and program is required some memory, but we are not going to allot some memory while execution, right? As a programmer, Python only will take care of memory management because it's having a garbage collector default assistance is there that provides automatic memory management for the Python language. See, the language which is nothing but high level, all the low level activities can be performed by Python only. Low level activities means internal activities. When we run Python program, you will get output. Okay. When we run Python program, we'll get output. But before going to get the output, compulsory your program is required some memory, allocation, reallocation, security, error handling, everything it has to be performed internally. For all the activities purpose, as a programmer, we are not going to write any logic. Python only will take care itself. That's what it is, high level language. All the low level activities will take care by Python only. Next, Python is interpreted programming language. interpreted programming language. What is the meaning of interpreted? Here I need to give some clarity. There are some compiler-based languages are there. Already compiler-based languages are these are, sir. C language, C++, C#, .NET, Java. These are all compiler-based languages. Interpreted-based languages. Interpreted-based. Interpreted-based means Python or JavaScript or shell script. All scripting language, most of the cases interpreter only. Now you must understand what is compiler based as well as interpreted based. See sir, compiler based means, for example, if I write 10 lines of logic code, sir, 10 lines of logic code, where in C language or C++ or C#.NET or Java, if I write 10 lines of logic code, okay, then the code is going to be execute whole program. Like in our program, 10 lines of logic code is there. Whenever we run and total whole program at once, it will be compiled. After compilation successful, then only we will see the output. In case after checking whole program at once, any compilation errors are there, like 2 errors, 3 errors, n number of errors, it will disclose to your error window. So we notice in these languages, C, C++, C#.NET, Java, when we run the application code, whole program at a time will check. Okay. After checking whole program, no matter how many lines of code you have written, if no errors, code will execute and give the output. If any errors are there, then that many errors will display. We will see always in C language, C++, .NET, like multiple number of errors in the error window, sir. Why? Because whole program at a time will check if any number of errors are there, that will show you. But in Python language, look, the same Python language, if I write same 10 lines of logic code, code will check line by line, not whole program. If we write 100 lines also in Python, 100 lines at a time will not be processed. What it will process? Line by line. First line, it's okay. Second line, it's okay. In case third line, there is something wrong. Immediately interpreter will stop the execution. Third line error only will show you. Ultimately, we will see only one error at once in Python. Even though your program is having multiple errors, but first error where it is there, that will show you. You have to overcome it and move towards next line only. So line by line code will check and execute. That is called interpreter. Whole program at a time will check and execute. That is called compiler. Like examples are C, C++, C#.NET, Java languages are compiler based languages. No matter how many lines of code you have written in C, C++, Java, .NET, whole program at a time will check and execute. If any number of errors are there, that many number of errors will disclose into output window. But in interpreter based, line by line code will check and execute. Only at a time, one line will be processed. You never see in Python multiple number of errors in the error window. Always you will see one error only at once. This is interpreter based as well as compiler based scenarios. Next, Python is dynamically typed programming language. This is important feature, sir. Dynamically typed language, Python is. What is the meaning of dynamically typed? Okay, yes. So see, sir, dynamically typed means these are all statically typed, first of all. Java, .NET, C++, C language are what typed? Statically typed languages. But as I said that Python is dynamically typed programming language. Python is a dynamically typed programming language. What is the meaning of statically typed, dynamically typed? Try to understand this. Suppose in C language, C++, Java, .NET, the syntax to declare the variable, how it is, sir? Data type first, you have to mention. Okay, variable name, we have to mention. Equals to value, we have to mention. Example, now data type is integer, variable name A, values 10. This is common declaration in any language, sir. Okay, int A equals to 10. This is common. So in other languages, these languages, apart from Python, C, C++, .NET, Java, Programmer must and should have the clarity on data types. Based upon the value, what data type he should assign for the variable, he must have the clarity. For suppose he don't have clarity on data types, he's mentioning like string a equal to 10, it gives error because it's not relevant to data type. Data type is your value is integer number, but you are giving what string, not possible. So if we are giving 10 means programmer must have the clarity what data type he should assign like integer. Suppose you are 10.9. So programmer must and should have the clarity to give the data type is float like this. So statical, see sir, I'm going to explain. Statically typed means just during the program writing time, not execution. You are writing still. During the program writing time is nothing but statically typed. Dynamically typed means during the program execution time. During the program execution time means runtime. Okay. So in other languages, programmers must and should have the clarity what data type should assign to the variable based upon the value. In case if they assigned wrong data type, then that leads to an error like this. Not possible. So programmer should have the prior knowledge on data types clearly. In other language point of view, I'm telling you. But in Python, just because of dynamically typed, the syntax is look like to declare the variable in Python. No need to specify any data type. Simply variable name equals to value. Even semicolon also not required. So example, variable name A, value is 100. That's it. Did I mention any data types are here? No, not required. Python do not allow explicitly data type declaration from the programmer end. Why? Because it is what? Dynamically typed. What is the meaning of dynamically typed? During the program execution time, meaning is runtime. Based upon the value, Python only will decide data type for your variable. So you need not to worried about what data type should I give my variable. No, nothing. You just focus on what value, what variable. That's it. It's simple, right? User-friendly language it is. See here, I'm trying to show you example. Let me go to ideally. As I said, ideally is a default data. Later you will come to know. Now you can see if I try to mention here int a equals to 100. This is not invalid, not valid, sir. Because this is other language is valid. In other languages, what we can do, data type only should decide by programmer, variable only should decide by programmer, value also. But in Python, you should not mention any data type explicitly, like integer, float, like this. Because as I said that it is a dynamically typed language, right? Dynamically typed language means during the program execution, based upon the value, variable will get automatically data type. But here you will get syntax error. Why syntax error? Python do not allow any data types. Python only will decide internally data type. Like for example, a value 100. This is correct. If I try to print a, print is optional to use. Now you can see we got the value. Do you want to know the type? What type of variable is type function is there? Integer type. So type is a built-in function in Python. Just for your curiosity, do you want to know what data type your variable got from Python? Then you can know that type of a means integer. For suppose here a value 12.3. Print a type of a. What type it is? Float type like this. So do you want to know that type? You can mention type. But remember, you are not deciding float a equal to 12.3 or int a equal something. No, we are not mentioning data type from our end. So Python only will decide the data type internally based upon the value what you have assigned to your variable. So this is dynamically typed language. So because of this principle, Python is user-friendly language because as a programmer, you need not to know about data types priorly. But it doesn't mean that Python do not have data types. Python also having data types, sir. Okay. But only the thing is in Python language, we don't mention any data type explicitly, means from our end. But in other languages, compulsory programmer should take responsible to include the data types. But in Python, because of dynamically typed language, we need not to mention any data type, only focus on variable and then val. Remaining thing will take care by Python internally. This is user-friendly language. Next, last, Python is case-sensitive programming language. Case-sensitive programming language, sir. Yes, it is a case-sensitive programming language. Cases are very particular, sir. Means if you declare any name, like either variable name or class name or function name, what cases you have applied, same case you have to use. For example, here a value 10. I have used my variable name lowercase, right? I can access only a. This is correct. But if I try to access in capital A, wrong. Because you declare the variable name is lowercase, but you are attempting to access what? Uppercase, not possible. So do you want me check? You please check by going to ideally software. This is the default editor, ideally. Now you can see a value 10. I'm trying to access a capital letter. It is giving error. Name error. The name capital A is not defined. Okay. So you have defined small letter A, but you are trying to access in capital letter, not possible. You must access with small letter. It's okay. So cases are very particular, sir. Any variable name or class name or function name, what cases you have applied, lowercase or uppercase, same cases through you have to access, different cases through we cannot access. Okay, so this is correct. So this is dynamically typed as well as case sensitive, as well as these are all rules. Python is a general purpose, high level, interpreted, dynamically typed, case sensitive programming language. General purpose means we can build any type of application using Python. High level means all the low level activities will take care by Python. Memory management and everything. Interpreted means line by line code will check and execute. No matter how many number of lines you have written, line by line code only will check and execute. Dynamically typed means during the program execution, data type will be allot to the variables. So while writing the code, as a programmer, we need not to specify any data type of the variable, like int a, float b, no, only a, b, like that only. And case sensitive means lowercase or uppercase, very important. How the way you declare the names, variable names or function names, class names, same case we have to use it. So this is about what is exactly Python. Next, what is the history of Python, sir? So there is a small history. I will tell you that Python was designed and developed by Guido van Rossum. Is the man who invented Python. Guido van Rossum. In the year of 1989, the first version of Python released. In the year of the first version of Python was released in the year of 1991. 1991. So what are the basic versions of Python? These are the versions of Python. Okay. So first version 0.9.0 in the year of 1991. Later 1.x, 2.x, 3.x. We are in third version right now. So X means there are several subversions also there. Subversion means lot of subversions like 1.1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. 2.1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. 3.1, 2, 3, 4 and so on like that. We are in 3.1, 3.6 or 7 might be because every time or every few days after the subversion will be changed. Okay. But even though Python was initially designed and developed by Guido van Rossum, later their complete Python is maintained by PSF community. So these are the community PSF Python Software Foundation. This community is having group of members. So right now Python is maintained by this team only, PSF team, Python Software Foundation. Okay. And this team only will be released all the versions in the into the market. So Python Software Foundation. Do you want to know more details about versions about Python? I strongly recommend to visit official website www.python.org. This is the official website. And look at the Python, the name Python was derived from a TV show. The man Guido van Rossum, who created or designed Python, he inspired the name Python from a TV show. So in the 1980s or 1990s, there was a popular TV show, the Monty Python Circus Show. So the author inspired the name Python from this TV show. So he has given working title of his programming language called Python only. So this is the famous circus show, comedy show, which was broadcasted in BBC channel in the year of 1990s. Okay. So that's what the author Guido van Rossum, he inspired Python name from a TV show, and he has given his programming language called Python name. That's what we are calling it as Python. Let me visit the official website of python.org, and we will try to monitor what are the versions actually. And look at this here, 0.9.0 is the initial version, later 1.x. But whenever we visit python.org in the versions history, like download history, you will not see 0 version as well as 1 version. Why? Because, PSF, Python Software Foundation, has completely stopped the support for 0 version and 1 version. They were recommend to use 2 and above versions only. That's what we will see always in the version history, 2 and above version only, sir. Let me try to visit this python.org. Okay, just give me 1 second. Python.org, like this. Now you can see this is official website of Python. And now you can see click on download option. Once you click on download, there is a latest version. It's clearly available. Download Python 3.13.7. This is the latest version, latest stable release. And Python is a cross-platform. Cross-platform in the sense platform independent. It can be run on Windows, Linux, Unix, and Solaris, and many operating systems. Anywhere it can run. There is no limitations which will run only Windows, which will run only Unix, Linux. No. Anyway, look this. It's a completely cross-platform. Windows, Linux, Unix, Mac OS, Android, other. Any operating system, it works well. So this is the latest download 3.13.7. Later, I'll show you how to download and install it. Now, before that, you can scroll down slowly, and there are some releases are there. You can see this. This is 3.13.7, 3.13.6, like this. There are all subversions also there. Which version do you really want to include in your system? That version you can download it and install it. But you will not see here in this version history two below 0 above. As I said, first initial version of Python is 0 point something. Now you can see, are you able to see 0 version or 2 version below? No. So we don't see 1 and 0 because Python Software Foundation literally stop the support for 0 version and 1 point something version. So they were recommend to use 2 above version only. That's what they are giving. 2.0, 0.1 onwards they are giving. If we use in your application development 2 and above version, it will be workout. Otherwise, they'll not give the support. So anyway, we are going to use latest version only. It's not a problem. Do you want to download and install this one? You can click on download. Simply you can see download Python 3.13.7. See, sir, it's a lightweight software. Within the fraction of seconds, your download file will be ready. You can see downloaded, completed. Python 3.13.7 AMD 64.exe. Very simple. It's a lightweight software. This Software, it will not take much more memory from your computer. So very simple. This we have to download. If you are using first time Python, this step compulsory you have to follow. Download Python 3.1, 3.7. Okay, let me close this. I have successfully downloaded. But before installation, do you want to check in your system already Python exists or not? Possible. So to check the Python, to check whether Python exists or not. Python exists or not. How to check whether Python exists or not means simply go to command prompt. Go to command prompt. Okay. And then type. And then type. What we have to type? Python space hyphen version. You have to give this command. Python space hyphen version. If you give this command, what will get? Currently in your system, Python exists already or not, you can come to know that. In case if it is there, what version is there also, it will disclose. In case Python is not at all installed in your machine, then simply Python was not found or Python was not recognized like that. So just before going to start installation procedure, please check once whether your system is already Python exists or not, simply by using this command Python space hyphen version. Okay, sir. Let me check in my computer. Already for my previous patches, I have installed already. So let me go to command prompt first. Go to search, type command. There is a command prompt option. Click on it. Once we click on it, there will be command prompt visible here. Simply here, what we have to do, Python space hyphen version. If I press enter, you can see in my system, currently I have installed already Python 3.1, 3.7 only. Okay. But in your case, sir, if I don't have Python, what you will get means Python not found or Python was not recognized like that. Let me show you. Now, this is important. You just try to understand. I'm trying to install Python software. Okay, you can also do same thing from now onwards. So installation process, I'm starting now. But before going to install, already in my computer, Python exists, right? So that I want to uninstall. Why I need to uninstall that software? Because to show you installation process step by step. Very simple. To uninstall any software from your computer, simply go to search, control panel. I'm just moving control panel because I need to uninstall the Python software which is already available in my computer. So uninstall program. There you can see Python already there. Just a moment. Yes, Python 3.1, 3.7. Right click and uninstall. It will take few seconds. Why I'm doing this process of uninstall means just because to show the installation process to you. So once you know the installation process, you can do from your end. It's very simple. It's not a big deal. Okay. Wait for a few seconds, sir. Yes. Look at this. Uninstall was successful. Let me uninstall this also. Python launcher. Yes. Now in my computer, we don't have any Python software. How do I check means again, you can simply go to command prompt. And there you can see Python space hyphen version. Previously what I got, sir, 3.1, 3.7, right? Now this time what I got? Python was not found. Just because of I have uninstalled. There is no Python software in my system right now. Is it clear? Now I have downloaded already just now by visiting python.org official website. That downloaded file I have to install it. How to install it? We will see that. The installation of Python. Simply just now whatever I have downloaded from python.org, it will go to downloads folder and there is a executable file is there. Sir. See, remember these steps. Okay. No matter later what editor you are going to set up, like PyCharm or VS Code or any other editors, Jupyter, Spider, Atom, no problem. First step, you must complete this 3.1, 3.7. Python software must be installed. So for installation process, then simply double click on it. 3.1, 3.7. And now you can see install Python 3.1, 3.7. Install now, customize the installation. I recommend to click on install now, but before that, don't forget to activate these two checkboxes. Compulsory. Why these two checkboxes? Look at this. Use admin privileges when installing py.exe. Add python.exe to path. If I activate these two checkboxes, automatically path is going to be configured to your operating system. Because anyway, we are going to write the programs in our Python language, but everything process and deliver the output is by operating system only. So we have to configure the path. Compulsory, we have to activate these two checkboxes. After that, simply click on install now. Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Yes. Just a moment. Few seconds it will take to complete the installation process. Strictly remember, first time you have to do this only. First step, you have to do this. After that, you can go for any editor launch. Editor means where we can write Python code and execute. There are several options are there. I'll show you. Without Python software, you can't do anything with any editor. This is must for everybody. First, if you complete this step, then you can go through next other steps. So we got Python 3.1, 3.7 back, whether it is successfully installed or not, or else in your system Python exists or not. How to check again? Simply go to command prompt and earlier what command I type Python space hyphen version. Just before this installation, what we got Python not found, but this time what we got Python 3.1, 3.7 because installed. So this is the installation procedure and getting the Python very simple. Now, what are the different ways to write Python code and execute? See, sir, whenever the moment we install Python software for the first time, you will be able to get one default editor. That is what? IDLE. Okay. IDLE is the default editor of Python. Integrated Development Learning Environment. Okay. Integrated Development Learning Environment. So this is exactly IDLE stands for. So this will come by default when the moment I install Python software. You will see this IDLE means this one only. Go to the search IDLE. Just now we use IDLE, right? This is the IDLE software here. This is IDLE. Now coming to the point. How many possible ways to write Python code and execute? See, sir, different ways to write Python code and execute. What are the different options are there to write Python code and execute? Option number one. Using interactive mode. Option number one. Option number two. Using script mode. Option number 3, using ideally. Option number 1. Option number 4, using PyCharm. This is our regular editor. Next, using VS Code. So these variations I'm going to show you. Using interactive mode, using script mode, using ideally, using PyCharm editor, using VS Code. Anyone you can use editor. But I recommend to use what? PyCharm. Because in our sessions throughout our Python lectures, I'm going to use what editor? PyCharm editor only. But you may ask, if I don't want to use PyCharm, sir, what would you suggest? Means I can suggest you Visual Studio Code also, no problem. These are the proper editors. If you start write code in PyCharm or VS Code, there is no confusion at all, and you will get lot of advantages. But if you write first 3 options like interactive mode, script mode, ideally, initial stage of practice, you will get some disturbances or you will get some confuse. But anyway, all the options I will show, then which is better for you, you can decide. But I am asking you to better to launch PyCharm editor only. Okay. And other than these options, we have plenty of editors also, sir. Like Jupyter, Spider, Atom. Okay, these are all editors are for data science generally. Jupyter, Spider, Atom, Anaconda distribution. These are all generally for data science programmers, data analysis programmers are required. But for exclusive Python programmers or Django web development programmers, these are the options which I have. First, we'll start with what? Using interactive mode. Very simple. Using interactive mode in the sense, when we go to ideally, open ideally, you are getting one window, right? This window is interactive window. That's it. Why this window is interactive window? We are interacting with this window by typing something like hello. And then press enter, we got the output or not? Yes. We are interacting with this window by declaring the variables and values a plus b I'm doing. This is what interactive window. We got the output like this. Do you want to write continuously by using interactive window? You can proceed. But I am telling you, in the initial stage of learning Python, I don't recommend or suggest you to practice in interactive window. Because the reason is, here you don't recognize error indications. Error indication means, for example, as a programmer, I'm typing right like this. Okay, so I'm typing like this, print. Is there any error indication that you have mistake what? No. But actually mistake is there, I know that. But error indication not there. So wantedly I have given P letter capital, actually P not capital, small only. But any alert is giving before going to run, no alert, right? After entering only, you will come to know what mistake you have done. Like P capital letter, not small letter like this. So this type of error indications will not show clearly. After execution only, you will come to know what mistakes you have done. No error indication, no IntelliSense support. IntelliSense means while typing the logic, pop-up windows will come. In that, programmer what expecting, that will suggest you directly. But that kind of things will not be there in interactive window. Okay. Interactive window for whom I recommend means instantly do you have any logic in your mind? Open interactive window, type it and check it and leave it. That's it. For testing purpose, generally this can be useful. Okay. So error correction, error indications not there in interactive window. Next, I'm showing option 2. What is this? Script mode. Script mode in the sense, already you should ready with your Python script, sir. Python script means Python logic. And after that, you can run your Python code, any options like command prompt, ideally like that. Suppose let me go for script mode. Script mode in the sense I'm writing my Python script in Notepad. Do you know that Notepad is also one of the plain text editor, right? Notepad is also one of the plain text editor. Okay, it's a plain text editor. I'm writing the code in Notepad. Print. I'm writing simply welcome to DURGASOFT Python sessions like this. This is my Python code. Very simple code. Okay. You must save this file with .py extension. then only it will become Python file. Otherwise, not Python file it is. So how to save this? Control S or else file menu, save it. So I'm saving this into my desktop according to my convenience. The file name, you can give any name as per your requirement, but don't forget to mention .py. .py is compulsory. .py makes it is a Python file. Now you can see I'm giving test.py I'm using. Test is my Python file. .py an extension where I'm saving desktop. Click on save it. Now it's saved. Look this in the desktop. Your Python file is there or not? Test.py. This is what script file means script mode. Second option I'm showing script mode means you are already ready with your Python script. Next, I would like to run this script file. How to run? There are two options again. Either you can go through command prompt for running this test.py file, which is already there, or else you can go through ideally software. Ideally means you know that when we open ideally, you will get window. Through that also we can run it. First, I'll show you how to run this test.py file using command prompt. Very simple, sir. Go to command prompt. Now tell me your test.py file present in which location? Desktop. Okay. Desktop. You have to move to desktop, sir. But in my case, my desktop is present in OneDrive location. That's what I'm moving OneDrive first. Okay, OneDrive. Okay, why OneDrive? Because my desktop is present in this location only. In your case, it might be directly you can go for CD space desktop like this. CD space desktop. Press enter. We are in desktop. Now you have to type Python file execution. Python space. Your file name is what? Test.py. What output we got, sir? Same. Whatever we have written in the script mode in Notepad window, print means output. Print welcome to DURGASOFT Python sessions. It's working well. Or else there is a shortcut key. Compulsory you should not type Python. No. py space test.py also possible. Either you can go with Python space test.py or you can go with py space test.py. You will get output here. So this is script mode. Script mode in the sense writing the code in Notepad and save with the .py extension and run in command prompt. Or else, do you want to run this script mode using ideally? Yes, it is possible, sir. Instead of command prompt, you can see ideally software I'm opening. This is ideally, you know that this is integrated development learning environment, which will come by default when we install Python software. But in this interactive mode it is. But I want to open already available file. Where is available file? Desktop, right? File menu. What should I do? Open. Not new. Open. Open means already available file you are looking. Open. Whenever I click on open in my desktop, I am selecting what file? Test.py file. Open it and it will be open here. And do you want to run this? Simply run menu, run module. Why run module means in Python, every .py file is called as module only. Run module, we got welcome to DURGASOFT Python sessions only. Output is coming. So write code in Notepad, save with the .py, that is script file ready. Once you are ready with script file, either you can execute that into command prompt through or else ideally through. Anyone, it is okay. Okay. So this is the option 2 which I have shown. Option 2 is what? Using script mode. Option 3, ideally. Ideally means sometimes you may get doubt, sir, I don't want to move here and there. Means writing code in Notepad, save with the .py, moving towards command prompt, run it. If any errors, again go back to command prompt like that. Without moving here and there, why don't you write code in ideally, create new file, write the code, save the code, run the code all together at one place. Here, what I have done in the script mode, writing code in Notepad window, save with .py. I move towards command prompt, move to the location and run the file. Instead of that, why don't we create directly file with ideally, write the code, save the code, run the code all in one place. That is what I'm showing option 3 what using ideally. It is very simple, sir. You can see it. Ideally means like this. ideally. Now you can see this is ideal. Now when we go for file menu, new file. Previously I have opened what? Open file, right? Because already I have script file. Now this time I am going to create new file. You can type anything. See sir, here also intelligence will not be there. Error indications will not be there. No suggestions, no guidance here. That's what we don't recommend in the initial stage of practice of Python. This type of options. Okay, some is then C like C only entry. This is my code. A10 B20 C equal to A plus B. Print sum is 30. So don't run without saving. You can see when I run without save, it will ask you source must be saved. Okay to save. Okay, let me cancel. Let me save this now. So save this file. Again, in the desktop, I'm selecting test1.py. .py mandate. Look, this I have opened. Ideally, create a new file here only. Write the code and save the code and run the code all together at one location, right? It's worked well. Do you want to follow this approach? You can. But apart from these three options which I have shown, I will not at all continue with these three options which I discuss as of now. Using interactive mode, using script mode, using ideally, no. I'll always go with my lectures all are option number 4. That is what? PyCharm editor. So what is the advantage of PyCharm editor? PyCharm editor actually exclusively designed for Python programmers. Okay, the advantage is when we start using PyCharm editor, you will get lot of advantages like IntelliSense support is there. As a programmer, you are getting some confusion. The IntelliSense only will guide you how to handle it. Or else you are writing something, instant error check will be there. And even it is a graphical user interface more look and feel. Means GUI facilities are there. So these are the advantages to use PyCharm editor. GUI facilities, color combination, at least you can mention or you can recognize by looking its color, whether it is a keyword or variable or function name or class name, at least you can recognize. But VS Code also is better. But what I am trying to do, core and advanced Python, I will cover complete lectures using what editor? PyCharm editor. And when it comes to Django, REST API, Flask, along with UI, MySQL, all, I'll cover with Visual Studio Code. Because web development purpose, PyCharm professional editor also there, but that is not free licensed version. You have to purchase it. So without purchasing, we will handle with complete lectures with Visual Studio Code. So community version is there. Community can be suitable for core and advanced Python is okay. PyCharm. Do you want to go for Django, REST API, Flask with PyCharm? You have to buy it. You have to purchase it. That's what you will get more knowledge on PyCharm, how to use, as well as Visual Studio Code. So multiple editor knowledge is good, no problem. So this is the PyCharm and Visual Studio Code editor. Tomorrow I'll launch. Make sure that PyCharm editor and Visual Studio Code editor, before that you must have the Python. Just now what I have installed Python, that must, sir. First thing that is compulsory. Next, any editor you can launch it. Tomorrow I'll show you how to download PyCharm editor, how to run the code, how to launch it. At the same time, how to download VS Code, how to write Python code and execute. So after that, I'll continue with PyCharm editor only. Okay. So tomorrow is the crucial session. Don't miss that, because you will come to know you will come to know PyCharm editor how to use. We'll start coding part in PyCharm editor. Okay. So do you have any questions regarding today's session? Please follow it. Please ask me so that I'll give you answer.
Hey,
You
hi,
are in
Mohan.
a, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, besides Salim here, so I have joined today only.
Uh,
So my
I,
question is, I'm a cybersecurity professional
hmm,
and I wanted to learn this Python, but the thing is, person like me, I don't know anything about programming language.
okay.
So What should I do for that? Learning this Python, I don't know exactly what the values, what the syntax, what's
That's
the
what
code.
that's
Yeah.
that's what we are going to teach you from the scratch, very root level programming, basic root level.
Okay.
You don't worry, you just go with the flow and learn properly, practice properly.
Hmm.
The things will go normal.
Yeah. Yeah. The example you have showed, like this one, A plus B, then again, then print,
Hmm.
and under
That's
that
a
semicolon and all. So that part I don't know exactly like how to execute and all. So
that's what you will come to know that all once you are in the learning process of Python, you'll understand with the flow. I'm saying that. So because Python syntaxes are very simple and straightforward when compared to other languages.
and in Python, what should I like learn from? Like you have said, there is some Django, Flask,
That's
and
what.
this.
That's what. What is your main goal? Please, I kindly request you to watch my yesterday lecture.
Mhm.
Even after completion of this class, our team will send the demo link. Okay, so you
Mhm.
can click on the link. You will get that video and watch it. I clearly explain. And if you are looking for you are saying cyber security, right? Some script
Yes.
is required for Python. Then go for only Python. Or do you want to become a full stack developer in Python? So go for frameworks also like Django, REST API, and other things.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
please.
in my cybersecurity professional, I think the Python is used for some, automate the security tasks, in vulnerability assessment, pen testing, the
Mm.
malware analysis. So this kind of thing I can do in like cybersecurity by the use of Python. But what you suggest me to do in Python for any like for cybersecurity personnel?
That's what you have to learn Python. You have to use the Python script in your way because we don't aware of cyber security things, right? We to use how to use it.
Okay. Okay.
My responsibility is to deliver the concepts related to Python. Then you have to blend with cyber security like that.
Oh, oh, fine. And
Mr. Karthik, do you get recorded? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You'll get recorded video every day. Session is going to be recorded once demos are over. So this is the second demo, right? You have two more free demos are there tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Please feel free to attend. After demos, once your enrollment process is over, then simply I'll collect the mails from DurgaSoft. I can start share the videos and along with the complete subject PDF materials.
so there are more two sessions left, right? Remaining.
Yeah, yeah. Two more sessions, demo sessions. You can feel free to attend at same time, same link. After
Okay.
demos, we will be give a new link for enrolled students.
I have got only two invites. That is for today and tomorrow.
No, no, no. Tomorrow and after tomorrow also there. Same link you can use. It works.
Okay. Great. Thanks.
Yeah, proceed, Ravi.
Yeah, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Actually, you said like 2 months, right? This course is
Yeah,
duration is.
only Python that is 2 months.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Excluding Saturday, Sundays, or
No, no. Sessions will be Monday to Saturday.
okay,
Only Sunday is the
okay. Still 2 months.
yeah.
Okay. How many days? In how many classes after we come to understand this Python code? May I know
Tell me how many?
how many classes we have attend we come to know that Python code understand like
I'm not getting because it depends on your because we are going to teach you at a basic level, right? So we have to be practiced from your end so that it will be easier to understand from the day one actually.
okay.
Hmm. This is both classroom and online training, Mr.
Yeah. Starting onwards, we come to know that by using AI and VS Code.
Hmm. See, if we start use AI, then there is no option to you to write.
Okay.
AI only will do everything for you. So that's what I'm not going to use any AI tools in the beginning level.
Sure, sure.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Thanks for attending this session. You can feel free to attend 2 more demos tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Then you can decide. Have a nice time. See you tomorrow.
Thank you so much.